together. Um, One important thing to remember about your background is you also gain skills from your background in your background, so it could be beneficial to pick skills that do not overlap from your class in your background. I will cover skills later, but think of them as a specific strong suit, such as being able to jump a long distance using strength, as opposed to jumping a long distance using more acrobatics. And you may not be able to do some things without its respective skill. Now, since I've already introduced backgrounds, let's get back into them a bit more in detail. There's much to say other than an idea for who you might are going to be. I told you about the technical side of things. Now, about character traits, so your character's a backstory and other information. Oh, this character will be an acolyte, so you can put it right here. Light. I hope I spelled that right. Okay. Is an acolyte, meaning they are a priest or something like that on some sort of quest or journey. They automatically get the skills um, insight and religion. So, insight, religion. So, religion is uh, intelligence, so it's +2 plus or +1 +2, so it's a +3. Insight is wisdom, so I got a +3 +2 from the proficiency, so it's a +5. So all +5 to all insight rolls and +3 to all wisdom roll or religion rolls. So also never mind. They automatically get the skills. You also get the feature Shelter of the Faithful. Of El Faithful. Yeah, well, doesn't matter if I spell it right. Okay. Just trying to show you it's good to write things down. Which means that you're welcome at a respective church or temple of your order as long as you remain in good terms with this order or temple. Material goods we gain from this are a holy symbol. There's a lot of other pages that you could write this down, but I do not want to print them out. Holy symbol. We get a holy symbol, a prayer book. You know, I'm just gonna say a prayer book, 5 sticks of incense, vestments, and a set of common clothes and 15 gold pieces. Gold goes right here. I'll explain more on gold later. Holy symbol, prayer book. Like these things are more for uh more like character things. They're not actually maybe useful. Incense, like yes, you could maybe I don't know somehow use it. Like they're more for character. Um, like it's like oh I put my things on. I don't know. All right. They also gain 2 languages of your choice. Um, I'd recommend try to go with languages that are actually useful. So you don't have to. Oh, let me turn to the page. I did not see that. 27. I scrolled right to, or I clicked right to it. So you can see like an old. Don't look at this sign. This is a bar fight. So you see, blah 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 blah. All right. All right. So you can get 2 languages of choice right here. Try to go with languages that are like actually realistic, to actually you having learned and you using. You don't want to have, I think it's called quadroline, which is like the language of the Elithids. Like that's kind of a weird language to have. Like if you have that language, you're probably gonna get burned at stake. All right. Okay. Right here we put things. What is it? So, you get 2 languages, so I'm going to go with Orcish and Giant. Because those could be creatures that I could come across, and, I don't want to fight a Giant. Personality traits are not required, like, it wants you to put them there, and it's right there. Ideals, bonds, flaws, ideals, bonds, flaws. They're more personally I trait. I'm not gonna explain it. There's not enough time. A bond, special tie for something. A flaw. Everyone has one. Um, I'm not really gonna go over this. This is taking way too long. Well, build languages. You can tell I'm definitely not doing this the day before. Okay. Okay, now we're talking about languages. Languages are what a specific creature or creatures would commonly speak. If you are a goblin, then most goblins will understand you, and vice versa. There are many types of languages, such as Draconic to Giant, each having a main creature that may be named after by many. But what I mean is a dragon speaks Draconic, but so does a kobold, but the language is still named after dragons. So, it's not like kobolds have their own language. They're not that cool. Probably something's gone wrong with this whole presentation, and I haven't bothered to look at this, so it's probably gonna be like, I don't know, it's late. It's late, and probably you guys aren't even watching. It's 46 minutes. I wouldn't be watching. Probably longer than class. And we just got halfway done. Now we should probably do skills because that is important. I have talked about skills already. You can get more skills throughout the game. You get a lot of skills already and just adds your proficiency bonuses. Sometimes you can be proficient in a spell to do something related to it. Rogues can do something called expertise. Rogues are basically thieves, like basically what they are. They can get expertise on the skill, making the proficiency bonus for the skill double that they put on it. So, I automatically get insight and religion for my background, and this is where I'm telling you is you can get insight and religion right here. Pencil, insight and religion, insight and religion. But you don't want to take it. If you take those, now they're overlapping, and you only get those two. But you can take history, medicine, which I'm actually gonna take. I'm gonna take both history and medicine. They're both medicine's wisdom, so it's +5. History is +3. Wait, where'd I get +4? Wait a minute. Let me go back. No, I'm not gonna go back. So, this is just showing you one of the major. Oh no. No, I guess my intelligence is a 14. No, it's actually not. No, it is a 13. Oh, now I just ruined it again. Okay. Okay, so skills they're really important, but like if you have a balanced out party, you should be good. You're having one person who's good at persuasion, one person who's good at strength, one person that's good at stealing, and so like if I had the stealth or if I had stealth, I could if I had the proficiency in stealth, I could probably do a lot more things. Even though I have a super high dex, it doesn't mean I'm good at stealth. You have to actually have the proficiency. So, like, for these things, all the things I don't have proficiency in, they're just, if you can see it, it's acrobatics, dex. So it directly ties into dex, which is a +0. So, you can either do that, wisdom +3, arcana +1, athletics +1 or 2. So that's basically how you do it. Okay, now you gotta get to report equipment really quickly. I'll also talk about the goods of the world. In D&D, you can get a lot of things that can be used for different things. That can be used for a lot of things. Instead of killing the goblins guarding the doors, you could barter with them, maybe giving them some gold in exchange for them to turn a blind eye. Or make a promise that you will help them with a problem they have. It is good to utilize some options in the world. Maybe possibly bringing them like a bear some meat. So like that. Also, I have to just clear do one thing before I can get straight into equipment. So Don't be a murder hobo. What is a murder hobo, you may ask? Well, it's a hobo that just murders. So it, okay, so adventures. You'll be traveling around. You'll be taking rests. I'm not gonna go over long rests and stuff. But you'll be just like traveling the area, and someone, the innkeeper, is kind of mean to you, or the shopkeeper is prices are too expensive for your liking. Now you're just gonna murder the whole village and burn down their shacks, like kill their children, and burn down all their goods. Like you wanna be actual person. Don't like destroy things. If you just become a murder hobo, the DM's just gonna send you against Darth Vader. That's seriously what actually happens if you do it. Just don't be a murder hobo, and it'll bring a lot more cool options because, like, if you actually like make be a murder hobo, or just you're even a murder hobo in video games, you're just slaughtering like countless enemies, and like they may be retreating, but you're just slaughtering them. Like, do you ever think of the moral implications that would have on you? Oh well, no, yeah, you don't care. Okay, you just want to hear about the equipment. All right, and I just want to get done. Okay. So it's good to always utilize other options in the world, and maybe possibly, like I was saying, possibly buying some meat to lure out a bear guarding the entrance to a dungeon instead of barging in and killing it. There's also equipment used by players. This equipment could be armor, weapons, tools, amulets, and other items. They could be magical or normal, with properties that greatly vary. It could be blessed, it could be cursed, it could be crazy things, potions, and other possibly high-leveled items. The currency is okay. The currency, you got copper, the lowest, silver, the medium, gold, and the gold the most commonly utilized. So while I'm looking for this, just it's kind of like metric system. Um, so think about it. It's okay. 10, the copper is the lowest, and then you got silver, gold, and platinum. Gold is probably the most used, but it goes like the metric system. There's 10 coppers and a silver. There's 10 silvers and a gold. There's 10 golds in a platinum. So at the end, you'd have 1,000 coppers in a silver. So, you kind of got to think about that. There are also electrums, but they're stupid. They're half a gold piece, but why? So right here, see, there's this is like the little equation. Stupid electrum. So you can see, there's just thousand coppers and a single platinum. So gold is usually, I believe, a skilled artisan's work for an entire day. So it's not like a farmer is not going to make. I think a farmer may make a gold in a month of work, or maybe I make a couple. I don't know. The economy is rigged. Like, especially with adventuring, it's like you just blow up the economy, man. And with inflation and stuff nowadays, it's almost like we have adventurers nowadays with the inflating the gas prices and such. Most common items are not as expensive as gold piece. Please, don't give a gold piece to a tavern person, to a tavern keeper just for a beer. Just when you're haggling, always go low. Okay. There are equipment packs that you inherently get from your class and background, but if you take these, you do not get the extra gold that you could buy your own supplies with. Page 7. Oh, yeah, let's go there. Okay, so I'm gonna run out of time really quickly. Well, I never had a time limit. This kid told me I had to beat 3 minutes. Never told me how long it had to be. So, it's currently 54 minutes. And we're bit over halfway done. Okay. So, if you look over the equipment, alright, let's get down with the gold first. So, if you don't take the equipment packs that your class gives you, which I would not recommend at first, I could maybe do it. I've done it before, but you shouldn't because you're starting out. Just take the thing from your class and follow the rules and learn the game. Like, play a marshal, don't play a spellcaster. Just trust me, it's very hard at the beginning. So, if you see, there's A's, B's, and C's. I'm pretty sure it's like all multiple choice. Do you want to take A or B? Do you want to take A, B, or C? Like, basically that. So, you get, mace, a warhammer, or a mace or a warhammer, scale mail, leather armor, or chainmail. Some of these is like a warhammer, but only if you're proficient. Chainmail, only if you're proficient. Okay. And then for gold, if you're not going to do this, you will have... So, it's a 4 of these, or 5 of these. So 1, 4, 1, so that's 6, 1. That was really bad. So, 5 d4s multiplied by 10. And that's how much gold you got. So, I had, what, 7 gold? Yeah, 7 gold, or 7, I got a 7, so that'd be 70 gold. Alright. I'm just gonna go on a short detour. Probably not the best idea, but you people need your things. So here's like a, here's like, stuff like that. Well, what it is. Transportation, stuff like that. Other stuff. Alright, so here's like a club, a dagger, and then you get like, I have stuff through here. It could be 50 gold pieces, which would be almost all my gold with that. And then once you get to armor, it gets really expensive. Like, look at that. 1,500 gold. Nowhere near close to, you can't even get it. The maximum you can get is 200. The minimum you can get is, oh no, I didn't do one more. 4, okay. Well, but the minimum the minimum you can get is 50. The maximum you can get is 200. Okay. But just remember to pay attention to proficiencies. Like, if you're doing it, I probably should not even give you the option to do it, but it's there, so you can. Your strength is important to put into consideration when taking in items. There are special rules to how much you can carry. Which usually isn't the problem, but may arise. So it depends on the rules that your DM is running. If it's more of a realistic campaign, it's a lot more brutal. So normally, with no restrictive rules, your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15. So that's 14 times 15. I'm gonna get a calculator right now, because I don't want to do it unless someone else wants to do it and shout it out in class if you guys are even still listening. Okay. So, 14 times 15 comes to 210 pounds. So, that putting it into also consideration is that means a commoner that has a strength of 10, they almost have all strength of 10, would be able to carry 150 pounds. That means your average Joe could go up and carry 150 pounds. Doesn't make that much sense. But it's more for it doesn't make sense, no, but it's better. But if you're running more realistic campaign, it might be multiplied by 5. In which case, I would have a 60 carrying capacity, and a commoner would have a 50. No. Well, whatever it is. Okay. So, they always think about that. Let me just look at show you encumbrance.